Bramble and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys 20 things that you should be doing every single day in Animal Crossing New Horizons in order to make the absolute most out of this game. You don't have to do these things every day, but I highly recommend doing them. Also, I put some things on this list which I think are kind of unique and not on a lot of people's lists. Some things you might not have thought of. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, we have one of the most obvious things, which is obviously to check your mail. You should check your mail every day just to keep on top of it. Read any letters that you haven't read yet, and obviously take any presents or parcels that have been delivered, open them and put them in your storage. It just helps you kind of keep on top of the game, keeps things organized, and the last thing you want is your mailbox to be absolutely overflowing because it takes forever to clear it all out. So as you can see here, I'm just opening my mail and checking my presents for the day. Another sort of obvious thing that you should be doing every day is checking your beaches for the message in bottle. You'll have one every single day and it'll have a DIY recipe in it which you can learn. However, I recommend that you also go to your Paradise Planning Island as well as your Carpenter Island to make sure that you're also getting the DIY recipes from there as well. They will reset every day just like they do on your main island, so that's a great way to get more DIY recipes. Next up, we have another obvious one, which is to check your shops. You want to be checking your Nook's Cranny and you want to check your Able Sisters every single day. If you do go to your Able Sisters, remember to speak to Sable in the back. If you speak to her enough times, she will start giving you patterns which you can use to customize furniture with. And I also highly recommend that you also go to your Harv's Island and check out all of the stalls there. There will be new stuff every single week there, so go to Leaves, go to Reds, go to Saharas every week and make sure that you check out the new things on that island as well. And just in case you're not already doing this, you should also go to your Paradise Planning Island every single day to check the shop there too, because they have new items every single day which you could buy for Poke. And if you have completed your Paradise Planning Island, you will also have an apparel shop which, just like Able Sisters, resets every single day and there's new clothes to buy there. So make sure you're going to Nook's Cranny, Able Sisters, Harv's Island and the Paradise Planning Island to make sure you are getting all of those new items every single day. Next thing you want to do every day is check your bulletin board. It will tell you of any upcoming events, birthdays or any other important notices that you need to know on your island. It's also a good idea to just check it regularly and make sure you're erasing any notes that you've already read, and just keeping on top of that. Again, it helps your game stay more organized and you don't want to be going through a ton of notices every day because that gets really old after a while. Next thing you want to do every day is make sure you're harvesting your rocks. A great way to do this is to dig 2 holes behind you and make sure that you're hitting it repeatedly so that you get the maximum amount of items. You can do this to every rock on your item to get rewards, but one rock each day will also have bells in it which you can use to save money. You will also have at least one NPC on your island every single day apart from Sundays when you will get Daisy May. Every single day you will have someone either at your plaza, or you could have Gulliver who washes up on your beach, or Red who comes to the secret beach via his boat. Today I had Kix, so I went to Kix in the plaza and I bought some new accessories, and this is definitely one thing that I highly recommend you check every single day just to make sure that you are getting the most items in the game and you're maximizing your storage. Next thing I recommend you do is go to your resident services building and check the lost and found. Every single day there will be new items in there. Sometimes there's not, sometimes there's lots of items. I recommend checking it every day because they are free to take. And when you're in resident services, I also recommend that you check out the Nook Shopping app. Just like Nook's Cranny, it updates every single day, but it also has seasonal items and special items which you can get at a limited availability. Next thing that I also recommend you do is just to run around your beaches and pick up all the shells. You can sell these and you can actually earn Nook Miles that way. Next thing I recommend you do is talk to every single villager on your island. If you talk to every single villager on your island for a certain number of days, you will actually receive Nook Miles rewards. I actually recommend that you do this towards the beginning of the game when you have slightly less villagers. It just makes it easier to reach every single villager every single day, because the more villagers you have on your island, the longer it's going to take to go around them all. You should also make sure to go to all of your villagers' houses, because each day one villager will either be crafting or cooking. It changes up throughout the day, so make sure you're regularly going onto your game and checking all the houses to make sure that you get the cooking or crafting villager. If you do manage to find the villager who is cooking or or crafting, you can go up to them and you can get the DIY recipe so you can make the recipe yourself. And it's very important to this every single day if you want to unlock more DIYs. Next thing you have to do each day is Goranger Island and either dig up gyroids or fossils. There will be 6 fossils on your island every single day, which you can then take to the museum and have Blathers assess. Once he checks your fossils, he will tell you whether or not they have already been donated to the museum, and if they haven't, you can go ahead and add them to your museum's collection. It's also a good idea to check your beaches for gyroid fragments, which sometimes wash up. This tends to happen pretty randomly, and when you find a gyroid fragment, you can actually bury it and water it, and it will start to steam, and the next day you will have a fully formed gyroid. If you want to make a little gyroid farm, you can do that, and this is a great way to increase your gyroid collection. I also highly recommend that you seek Cap'n to go on a tour every single day. You will have a new tour. You can only go once per day. It costs 1,000 Nook miles, and once you go there, he will either take you to a rare island or just a random island. Once you get there, you can explore the island, harvest fruit, take resources, and if you're lucky enough to get a glowing moss island, you can also harvest glowing moss or vines. Sometimes these islands will also have exclusive recipes on them as well, so definitely make sure you're going on your Cap'n tours every single day. Next thing that I highly recommend you do every single day is to check your Nook Miles Plus. These are small tasks which you can do pretty easily. They usually take about 1 or 2 minutes to do, and they give you extra Nook Miles. Sometimes if you check, it will even have an increase of ×2, even up to ×5, and you'll get lots of extra Nook Miles from doing that. So I highly recommend that you check that every single day. These refresh constantly. Every time you complete one, you'll get a new task, so you can do them basically for as long as you like. Next thing you should do is water all of your plants. You don't necessarily have to water your plants, but if you're looking to increase your plants on your island or even grow hybrids, you should definitely be doing this. Also, I recommend that you water any crops you have on your island because it will help increase your crop harvest, and by doing this you will actually achieve Nook Miles rewards as well, so that's why you should be doing this. It's also a good idea to be shaking trees every single day. You might find money, items, furniture, branches, seasonal things, and even wasps, which if you catch them you can sell for a pretty penny. So I highly recommend that you run around and shake your trees every single day. Just make sure that you have your net ready. And lastly, once you've done all that, the final thing that you want to do is go back to your house and unload your pockets. I always like to start my game with freshly empty pockets, so I like to go back to my house and just put everything that I've collected from the day away, and I like to call it there. So that was my 20 things that I recommend you do every single day in Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm currently trying to grow my channel, so it really helps me out. And also, if there's anything else that you do daily that you think isn't on this list or isn't very popular, leave it down below in the comments so that other people can read your ideas and I can see them too. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!